And we're back in Shadowrun Dragonfall with the continuing adventures of Stealth, and you know what? He really misses Iger right now. You know why? Because the Stalking Rider, the meticulous, shadowy organization that has contacted us, set us up on a run. And you know what we get? We get a dude who doesn't speak German, a super racist dude, and not a decker, not a rigger, not a master of a bunch of things, but an electrician to kind of round out the group. As you can tell, it's basically all on stealth for this team to succeed, and it's not looking too good. But you know what? Let's go in here and talk to this woman and see what's up. The saleswoman's expression brightens at your approach. Welcome to Dunkley's Fine Clothier. That's a mouthful. Are you shopping for a suit? A fashionable business suit made of ballistic cloth catches your eye. It would be a simple matter to slide it on under your baggy maintenance overalls. Let's see the suit. Ah, good choice. Style and safety. You have a good eye. She takes your arm. Here, let me show you to a dressing room. Okay, I think it actually has a higher armor rating than our other suit. Than what Stealth usually wears, and it has +2 to charisma, which is actually pretty dope. I think we'll pick it up. For 1,500, I'll take it. Yeah, that's a little bit higher. We do get 5 HP, but I feel like the extra armor is going to help us out a bit more than that, so there we go. Let's switch it up. Oh, and we didn't equip our Ares Predator Smart Link. Let's throw the Smart Link in there. That's lovely. And you know what? Confirm. I like the fact that in doing the Stalking Rider mission, we actually have access to a couple items that we would not normally have access to. Like this suit, and I do believe there's a cranial implant that we can also pick up that's pretty useful. I don't think it would be good for stealth, but for some other characters it'd be nice. And what's this? Jana studies the junction box for a moment, then turns to face you. See that guard in the hallway? Well, he was standing next to a junction box just like this one. Looks like they're both on the same circuit too. So? So I could use this one to overload that one that the guard is standing by. She looks at the junction box again and nods. Yeah, I could feed a nice power spike into that one from here. You know, if you wanted me to. What would that do? Make a loud bang and arc enough voltage into that hallway to knock out a gang of trolls. I'd rather you didn't. We'll find another way past the guard. Fine by me, just thought I'd offer. Okay. We have to remember that we're kind of down fighters. So, we got a guard over here. Maybe we could schmooze him with our +2 to charisma. I also like the fact that they gave us that. Maybe you don't have the best charisma, so here's +2. The guard's stance shifts slightly as you approach. Can I help you? Yeah, could you open the door to the utility area? We have some work to do in there. You can't read the guard's expression, though, through his mirrored face mask, but his body language makes it clear that he's staring at you. This door is security coded Delta grade. Your ID says that you're just a Theta, so no, I can't open the door. You're not listening. We have work to do in there. I heard him loud and clear, mop jockey. Now you, listen to me. Nobody without Delta clearance gets through this door, period. I'd suggest you talk to management. If you really do need to be in here, they'll upgrade your clearance, otherwise piss off. So if we had 1 charisma, we could make it to 3 with the suit and still be able to like calm him down. Look, cool down. We're on the same side. Here, this is a dispatch problem. I'm sure of it. I don't envy you guys having to work with them every day. The guard's shoulders relax. Yeah, I hear you. I swear it's amazing that anyone gets anything done at all around here. Tell you what, you don't need to go all the way back to management. Just call in and get your clearance changed. I'll let you guys in as soon as the authorization comes through. Now security's gonna help us out. Nah, I'd better go take care of this in person. But one thing before I go, instead of this week's protocols, they sent us out with last week's. Anything changed since then? That was stealthy. He shakes his head. Unbelievable. You know, it makes my blood boil to think of how much money they make. It's people like you and me that keep this place running, and yet the idiots at Dispatch pull in triple what we do for sitting on their asses and fouling everything up. Right. They're right there with you, man. Now about those protocols? Yeah, let's see. They changed the emergency assistance code from November to Indigo. I think that's it. Everything else should be in the same from last week. Indigo. Yeah, thanks. Now I'd better head back to management to get that clearance issue sorted. He nods sagely. Best of luck, pal. Do us all a favor and call out those idiots at Dispatch. Not that it'll do any good. On second thought, don't bother saying anything. They just wind up getting another raise. Don't I know it? Take care of yourself. Yeah, you too. Alright, that worked out pretty nicely. So we now have some interesting security codes. It's nothing super crazy, but hey, it should help us in our ascent. The mission is to plant a spy camera in someone's apartment. What's over here? A boutique food kiosk. The sign out front advertises a variety of locally sourced foodstuffs, all of them terribly overpriced. Take a closer look at the food on offer. Glancing in the self-serve refrigerated section of the kiosk, you find a variety of sandwiches wrapped in slick plastic. You could eat for a week for the price of one of these things. Alright, that's not really it. Is our orc friend still feeling really grumpy? Yep. Still really grumpy. So, we haven't checked out this area. Let's take a look. Beater? And we've got Knight Errant. So, would this be the guy to change our security clearance? Well, here goes nothing. Worst comes to worst, we gotta shoot our way out. The guard steps forward, interposing himself between you and the terminal. Your security clearance doesn't authorize you to be in here. We're doing a building-wide maintenance sweep of all major systems. Want us to take a look at your terminal? You know, the one that's entirely your job to keep safe. Well, we'll be on our way then. We could attack him. Oh! Your buddy across the way wanted me to give you a message. Status Indigo. Calm compromised. Does that mean anything to you? I like that. The guard jerks upright in alarm. He said, what? Step out of my way, please. And he's off. Which means that he left his terminal. Hopefully it's still up. The terminal is logged into the building security system. It should be relatively simple to trick its threat assessment software into sending out a false positive. Enter the false data into the system to indicate threats coming from a far part of the complex, away from your target. A few response codes flash onto the screen. So now they're going to be as far away from us as possible. So if we do trip up anything, they're just going to be so far away that should give us a little bit of time just to sneak out. Now I do believe now it's time for Jan to fry him. So, is it time to zap some guards? Do it. Oh, I feel bad about that one. Just a bit. But the important part is, the guys who are going to be checking on them, or checking on whatever ruckus we just caused, are so far away that by the time they get here, we should be out. So let's pick up the security clearance. There we go. Shouldn't that be a Delta? Oh no, we're Delta. He was Theta clearance. Alright, let's get on this. Wordlessly, Jana props an access panel at the base of the terminal and begins snipping wires. A few minutes later, she replaces the panel's cover and stands. Alright, that should do it. I've bypassed the security lock on the elevator. We're good to head upstairs. Let's get moving then. Let's. I'm telling you, Jana is actually like a Stocken Rider. I'm never going to pronounce that properly. Runner who's just been sent to make sure that we can actually do what we should be able to do. That's what I think is going on. Maybe I'm wrong. It's a possibility. Alright, I'm gonna need you to get me to this floor's access panel. That'll be in room 303 on this floor. The door combination is 14291. She glances up at you. Make sure you write that down. Yeah, I've got it. Do I need to write that down? It should stay in our... Oh, good grief. I actually might need to write that down. Because I thought it would stay in, you know, our mission items. But let me just make sure to make a note on my phone. Because knowing me, I will forget. I will tell you that right now. I'll forget and then everything will go straight to heck. It's 14291. Okay, there we go. And it's 303. Make sure you write that down. Yeah, I've got it. Okay. Once I'm in there, I can put the penthouse door in maintenance mode. That'll set its keycode combination to 11111. So we shouldn't have any trouble getting in to plant the cameras. Okay. Am I really going to write down 11111? Yes, I did. And also room 303. Just in case it doesn't put these things down. We've been making halfway decent time. Not good, but not terrible. But I can't afford any more delays. He cracks his knuckles. I hope that no one else gets in our way for their own sake. You aren't hurting anyone unless I order you to. Got that? Yeah, tough guy. You're in a hurry. We get it. Now shut up about it already. You aren't hurting anyone unless I order you to. Got that? The mage's lip curls into a sneer. Yeah, I heard you. If I weren't under instructions to follow your lead, this would be a very different conversation. Yeah, well you are, so shut up and deal with it. She shakes her head in disgust. God, I wish that we didn't need you to finish this job. His lip curls into a sneer. Sadly, for all of us you do. Oh, and by the way, we're going to have words when this run is over, Mouse. A stream of caustic syllables pours out of the elf's mouth. His back is stooped under the weight of his pack, but his hands are clenched into fists. He rolls his eyes and points a bony finger at the elf. Look, it's trying to speak. I want to get this over with, Stealth. I want to get away from these people and go home. Okay, let's just hurry up and get through here. Because frankly, these guys were not really meant for this mission. They don't... I feel like they're not really Shadowrunners, you know what I mean? Does that make any sense? This is 303? Okay. Use the keypad. And of course, did it pop up for us? No, it did not. Oh, no, it did. 14291. There we go. Code accepted. Welcome home. Welcome, homeowner. I'm expecting something bad is going to happen very soon. Okay, the game's saved, so yeah, something crazy could happen very soon. Like the homeowner actually being here. This is actually a pretty nice bed. I'm impressed. It's a nice place. Okay, moving the painting aside, you find a large maintenance access panel. Jana steps forward and a slight frown on her face. Oh no, okay. I guess that this is me. She pulls a multi-tool from her belt and uses it to loosen the bolts that hold the panel in place. Pulling a schematic on her PDA, she examines the terminal's wiring. Hurry it up, woman, the clock is ticking. Don't rush me, this is complicated. Popping the lid on her toolbox, she grabs a pair of wire clippers, a soldering gun, and a roll of electrical tape. With a look of grim determination on her face, she begins to snip into massive harness of cables that runs through the unit. Alright, she taps the elf on the knees. I'm going to need that thing now. He nods and reaches back to unsling his pack. Placing it on the floor, he opens it up and pulls out a large blue canister. It takes all of his strength to wrestle it up from the ground and into the space in the access panel that Jana has cleared. There you go, you dumb ox. Do something useful for a change. The elf says nothing. Unburdened by the heavy pack, he stands up straight, and for the first time you appreciate how much larger he is than the corporate mage. He stares down at James, and his hands bunch into fists. Stay cool, man, we're almost done. If the elf understands you, he shows no sign of it. He continues to stare James down, and the mage continues to ignore him. Payload in place, Jana goes back to work. It only takes a few minutes for her to screw wire and solder the canister into the harness. She inspects her work, nods, and turns to face you. She stands and brushes the hair out of her eyes. Alright, job's done. Just need to do a bit of cleanup, and we can get out of here. That's it? She taps the screen on her PDA. According to this, yes, the penthouse's security system should be inactive. Let's move then. The hell with the cleanup. We'll be gone before anyone notices anything anyhow. Just a second, what was that canister that you put into the terminal? She shrugs. Beats me. For all I know, it could be full of pixie dust. They said that I had to wire it into the wall at this junction, so I did. It's a bomb. No way it's anything good. I'm not comfortable with how little we know about this run. The mage sneers. You haven't been doing this long, have you? The lodge doesn't tell you things that you don't need to know, and you don't ask. Your job is to do what they tell you, take the money, and keep your mouth shut about it afterward. It's all very simple. The lodge? The mage's eyes widen incredulously. You don't even know who you're working for, do you? You're leading this team and you don't have a clue. Janet cuts in, her eyes wide. Both of you, shut up. Somebody's coming. A tall, deeply tanned man rounds the corner at a jog and comes busting into the room. You recognize him as the father you spoke with at Augment Tech Kiosk. He stops short when he sees your team and the smile falls from his face. You, the guy from the cyberware kiosk. What the hell's going on in here? He advances on you, full of bluster and bravado. This is my apartment. I own it. You can't just waltz in here and start pulling the walls apart without my consent. We're maintenance. Look at the uniforms. Yeah, I see that. But that doesn't give you the right to force your way into my home and start tearing up my walls. At the very least, you should have given me advance notice. James shoots you an irritated glance. This is a waste of time, and I'm already running late. If you don't take care of this idiot, I will. The elf barks something at James. The sound is uncharacteristically ugly, all harsh consonants and sibilant hisses. Misunderstanding my ass. Your friend just called me an idiot in my own home. He wheels on James, his hands balled into fists. I want to know your employee number. I want to know it now. Do you now? The mage raises an eyebrow. I'm a member of the Homeowners Association for this level. You know what that means? I have a lot of pull with building maintenance. He thrusts out an outstretched finger at James. Your days wearing that uniform are numbered. I promise you that. Calm down, sir. There must be a problem with dispatch. You should have received a work order last week. I didn't receive a thing from dispatch, or from anyone else for that matter. My wife and I are entertaining guests here in an hour and a half, and our living room is ruined. I need to know that you're going to fix this, and that you clean the place back up, and that you'll put a new coat of wax on the floors I need. The hell with it. I don't have time for this. His hands twist into claws, and he raises them high. An instant later, they are wreathed in unnatural purple glow. James, stand down. We do not need to kill this man. The glow intensifies into a scintillating torrent of light. The energy lances and stabs out of James' hooked fingers as if it were alive. The man in the doorway recoils in alarm, and his palm slaps down on a plastic disc that has been clipped to his belt. Too late. You recognize the object, a panic button. No alarm sound, nothing happens. The homeowner backpedals, trying to put a wall between himself and James. He's moving too slowly, much too slowly. Everybody stand down. Your words are met with an incomprehensible screech. In your peripheral vision, you catch a flurry of motion. Your elvish companion is moving, making a beeline towards James. James is hanging off of him, trying to slow him down, but he barely seems to notice. With a kick, he sends her tumbling to the ground, then reaches for his weapon. Stop it, damn it. We need him alive to complete the run. With a kick, he sends her tumbling to the ground, then turns back to James. Step between the elf and James. I hate the bastard too, but Janna's right, we need him. The elf comes up short, staring at you. He sweeps his vision from you to Janna to James. Then he exhales heavily and spits out a jumble of broken German. Kill innocents of will not stand for. I not slave. All lodgemen bastards. I kill all. Are you kidding me? Oh, this is terrible. So, what have we learned today? That the Lodge sent us in here with a bunch of people who don't actually know what they're capable of. Or know what they should be doing. And why does she have a gun? Now James should actually go and kill this guy. The guy's gone. Fun fact. Jesus. The mage wipes spatters of blood from his cheek with the back of his hand. He attacked me, our elf. The fucker tried to kill me. You've been insulting him ever since we arrived here. What'd you think was going to happen? You're fine, he's dead. I'd say that you came out on top. His face flushes red. If you'd been a better group leader, you wouldn't have let that happen. You would have, for the love of God, shut up. Just stop talking. We're both sick to death of you. You need me to finish the run, yes, so let's go do that now. God. So if he hadn't been so friggin' bullheaded, guess what? We probably would have been able to just waltz right through, say, hey man, I'm sorry, we'll get this fixed up, yeah, we'll get the coat of paint done, and then just leave. This trendily designed panel reads Penthouse. The slick high-grade keypad has been mounted into the door frame. Use the keypad. Maintenance override accepted. Good grief, man. This is the nightmare for most Shadowrunners. You know that? Okay, let's start placing these cameras. Let's put one here. You place the first camera. It adheres to the ceiling with an audible click. James steps forward, his fingers bent. He whispers a long string of hushed syllables that seem to vibrate in your mind. For a moment, nothing seems to happen. Then you blink and the camera's gone. Done. Get moving to the next one. If you had been a better group leader, maybe I wouldn't have had to kill that guy. Nice. The second camera clicks into the heating vent, the lens irises to adjust to the light. James repeats his previous performance and the camera fades from view. Dude, this is one of those runs that I think makes Shadowrunners stick to a specific group of people. You place the last camera, James steps forward, then turns to stare you in the eye. When we get through this run, I'm going to tell my handler all about you. You won't work for the Lodge again, not because you're an incompetent leader, but because I have pull, and I don't like you very much. What do you have to say about that? I have to say that the odds of you surviving the job are looking worse and worse. Now mask the damn camera. The entire run is a test. I think that you're here to tempt me into losing my cool. That isn't going to happen. You can do whatever you want when we're done here. For now, shut your mouth and finish the job. That infuriating smirk returns to his face. I will. He whispers to the third camera, and soon enough, it fades from view. Suddenly, alarm blares to life. James jerks back in surprise. Damn it. I knew that this would happen if I didn't kill that spray tan jackass. I knew it. His hands hook into claws, and the air seems to shimmer around him. Looks like we're fighting our way out of here. Yet another unnecessary delay. We could have just talked that guy down. But you had to escalate the situation. That's all you did. You escalated the situation. We could talk that guy down. We could have pieced out, but no. Can't do that. We should have far less security to deal with. All things considered. Like, there's no one here right now. So that's fantastic. But, seriously. I want to shoot this mage. I want to shoot him. Okay, we've got one knight errant. This isn't too bad at all. You see, this mission makes you realize how great Dietrich and Iger and the rest of the team are. You know that? He has no spells. Okay, so we've got the taser, and we're just gonna arc it right there. Okay, so we've got summoner right here. That's not gonna be too bad. You guys have no idea how much I miss Iger right now. Oh, that's not good. Okay, we have to kill her. Oh! Wait. We hit her with that. Spirit now freaks out. Okay, so we're doing good on that front. He's down, which is super good. We'll move her out of here over here. He can heal her. And he can also hit her with acid. Nice. Yeah, we took that, but it's alright. Ooh. Do we focus on taking him out? Yeah. We got a miss there. Another miss, okay. Nice. I guess we're just power bolting it from here. Not terrible. I want to say reload the Defiance. And maybe... Wait, why couldn't she reload? There we go. Okay, and now just get ready. Don't stand too close because he's got very scary fire magic. Nice. Oh, that sucked. Not good. Please work. Ha, of course it didn't hit. We need to get him out of here, actually. He's hurt quite a bit. Will he die? No, he won't. Okay, heal yourself up. Okay, good shot. No, that didn't work. She has a gun. Miss, so that's not that bad. Not bad. And now we'll try to move a little bit closer and get an aim shot. Nice. Alright, we did it. Now let's just get out of here. Let's just get out. I'm telling you, this mage can't be our representative for the Lodge. Oh my god, we're working for the Black Lodge. The Black Lodge is... They're a thing. I will tell you that much. In Shadowrun, they were a thing. Okay, we gotta take cover. Let's get our strato drone working. And it's time to go in. Nice shots from the Strato. Let's get his aim up. Actually, he should be standing there for the abilities of the Dragon Ley line. Or just the ley lines in general. So that was a huge oversight by me. Oh, she took a hit there. That was not good for her. Okay, it would be nice if you could heal her. Because really, our drone is going to be doing the majority of the fighting. Let's be honest. Throw aim on yourself, and then maybe next turn we'll actually move to better positions. Nice. That's what Smart Link weapon will do. Nice. Oh, we got a crit too. Okay, she just needs to stay there in protection. So the Black Lodge is actually a super secret organization within Shadowrun. They're basically, I don't want to call them the I word, but let's just say that they also not only employ a bunch of Shadowruns to do specific things, but they also have a ton of mages. And supposedly they're a group that has members all over the world. Give him a little help there. And let's move him over there. They have members all over the world, and of course, you know, they're like any other super secret organization that may or may not have world domination in their minds. They pull a lot of shady stuff. And let's get our drone still functioning. Okay, we should be able to take him out. He'll die next turn. Oh, no, he won't. Okay. Nice. Okay, we're clear right here. It looks like we're clear. Let's try to make it across. Come on, everybody, let's make it across. I'm telling you that the actual magic stuff must have been just complete BS. We planted a bomb in that dude's apartment. And that guy was probably the target. The actual target. Oh, there's still the one guy that we said we'd see again. Because in all honesty, Janna was the most reliable member. The other two guys weren't up to it. And I'm also wondering what the whole practice is of the Black Slave, because that guy said he was not going to be a slave to the Black Lodge. So I'm intrigued with what that means. You know? Because there has to be something there about the Black Lodge. And more of their practices. Strato drone's coming through. Can you Defiant Super Shock him, please? Has he met Hair Zap? Yes, he has met Hair Zap. Nice. We done it. This was literally the worst Shadowrun ever. It's very... Oh, this was an experience. Mission accomplished. Fucking finally. Call my handler. Call your handler and tell him that the job is done, and be quick about it. I need to be on the next train out of here. For once, he and I are in agreement. I can't put this place behind me quickly enough. All I want to do is go home, hug my cat, and forget that tonight ever happened. You punch in Lucadur's calm code into your PDA. A few seconds later, you hear the telltale click of a successful connection. Dur's voice pours out of your PDA speaker. Stealth, the job is done, I trust. Yes. Everything has been completed to your specifications. Very good. Now, if you please, give me a status update on the members of your team. The elf from Tyr to wherever turned on us. We had to put him down, but Jaina and James are both alive and well. He clicks his tongue softly. Interesting. That the elf is dead was expected. He was a dangerous and unreasonable person, disgruntled, you might say, after years of service in our employ. His betrayal of you was inevitable. Thankfully, with his death, we have gained valuable insight into your character. James' continued survival, on the other hand, was not expected. You are a very patient man, Stealth. Durr smiles. This has been most informative. James' posture stiffens, but he says nothing. You can see a dawning awareness behind his eyes, though slowly the color begins to drain from his face. Now let us see how adequately you completed this task that I set before you. Enter the following code into your PDA, please. Boom. You type the code as instructed, and your PDA screen cuts to static. A moment later, a familiar image materializes on the screen. The penthouse room that you bugged, it appears to be a live feed on the camera that you've planted. You sure that this room is secure? You've done a full sweep. Absolutely, sir. We've run multiple sweeps with a complete sensor package, and we brought in a mage to search for signs of astral tampering. It all checks out clean. You're completely safe in here. He lets out a heavy sigh, thank God. Fall downstairs and let my wife and kids know that it's safe to come up. Well done, sir. Is there anything else that I can do for you tonight? No, thank you. That will be all. You have a good... There's a blinding flash and your PDA screen cuts to static. There were bombs. I knew it. And that takes care of that. Please return to the Kresbasar and the remainder of your post-run interview will conclude upon your arrival. Hang on, what the hell was that? What did it feel like? An explosion, of course. The run wasn't a surveillance operation, it was an assassination. It was both, and both tasks were carried out to the letter. You should be pleased, Stealth. The run was a resounding success. Another satisfied customer when I get hired to do a job I deliver. You think that I'm happy about this, you sick bastard? When you described this run to me, you left out the parts where we planted the bomb. That's a hell of an omission. Janet covers her mouth with her hand, a horrified expression on her face. Oh God, I killed someone. That man is dead because of me. From the sound of that explosion, I guess that you killed a fair number of someones, Allshire and his bodyguard at the very least, and probably a good half dozen more. A morbid grin creases the mage's thin-lipped mouth. That makes you a mass murderer, Mouse. You're moving up in the world. A sob racks her chest. She begins to hyperventilate. I can never get away from this. This is going to follow me for the rest of my life. I killed people. I'm a fucking murderer. Say it louder. Why don't you? I don't think they heard you in France. I haven't heard a response from you, Stealth. Shall I make the preparations for your post-run interview? Are you ready to continue your test? Yes, of course, I'm eager to finish the test. I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say about this, Durr. You're damn right we're going to talk about this, Luca. I'll be on the next train home. Very good, I'll be waiting. Oh, man. I knew it. I knew it was a bomb. The Black Lodge are not nice people. They're not good people. So, we'll talk to Durr and see what's up. I can tell you this much. I don't think Stealth is very interested in continuing their business transactions. Because the thing about that run was that you could have hired someone to do the exact same thing. But the way that the Black Lodge operates, it's very need to know, and you need to know this. You don't need to know about the horrific casualties that this will result in. And I think that's a very key point in the Black Lodge. Think about it like this. Dietrich, Iger, and Glory, and Blitz would have had a fit over what just happened. You know it. They all would have flipped out because it wasn't cool. Say what you want about Iger, but she's not cool with, I would believe, civilian casualties. Say what you will about Blitz, but I feel like Blitz would have retched. Probably very similar to what Jan is doing now, because That wasn't cool. Also, why is Jana freaking out about killing somebody when she... It looked like we killed those guards, but hey, I'm just gonna shut up. And that mage, they expected us to kill him. That was interesting. That was very intriguing. But the way that the Black Lodge handles things, I don't like. Are we going to get paid for this? No. I don't think Stealth is going to enjoy this either. It's not the fact... So in Shadowrun, another part of Shadowrun is just having your Johnson be completely honest to you. Amzel tells us everything. Durr did not. He did not inform us of everything that was happening. And that in and of itself wasn't cool. You feel me? I'm out. Stealth, welcome back, and my congratulations on a job well done. If you want, I'll share your dead. You could have just said so. I've taken the job either way. You never said anything about a bomb. Plans change. They sometimes do, nature of the business. He reaches into his pocket and produces a sim plastic rod, a cred stick. Is that going to be a problem for you? Yes, it's a problem. You can't pay me enough to violate my own principles, Durr. Then you don't belong in the shadows. This is not a business for bleeding hearts or free thinkers. The people at the top of the ladder are the decision makers. People like you and me are nothing more than a convenient set of hands. The true purpose of the run that you just went on was to test your willingness to adapt to change. You're still being tested, by the way. And if you work for my organization, you may be asked to do things that you find morally troubling. Sometimes it might even appear that we are lying to you, but you can take comfort in knowing that everything that we request of you is ultimately for the greater good. The Black Lodge is very good. Look, Durr, I don't care what your organization's master plan is, be as nefarious as you want. As long as I get paid, I don't suppose that's what you're asking to do is different from what I do every day for my corporate clients. And what is this greater good? Define it for me. You can't see the big picture. I can't either. I'm, again, just a mouthpiece. The only ones who know my organization's ultimate ends are its ruling council, and they aren't in the practice of sharing information with their hirelings, but know that they are some of the most intelligent men on the planet, and they place a high priority on social order and stability, and those are good things by anyone's standards. So, what do you think of all that? I don't like being kept in the dark, but if you pay, no. If you're looking for a mindless goon, you've come to the wrong guy. He frowns and slides the cred stick back into his breast pocket. A pity. I honestly believe that you had potential. You have failed your audition. There is nothing more for us to discuss. Good day. I agree with that. So, like I was saying, when it comes to Shadowrun and just Shadowruns in general, those little things, those minuscule moments of, well, hey, it's a bomb. Those things can cost Shadowrunners their lives. I mean, think about it like this. If that guy had somehow managed to kill the wizard, me and the little dwarf girl would have been up a creek without a paddle. Oh, no for Midabar. That's a nice reminder. You know, it's better to stick with Amzel, who gives us 100% of what we need to know when we need to know it, straight from the jump in the beginning. Like the Azatlan native woman who told us all about the bombs that she wants to plant and how to take down the building. Hey, there's going to be no casualties. All the people in there are responsible. To give us a benefit of doubt. We don't need to worry about it. So, I don't need to know more about... I kind of want to do an episode on the Black Lodge now. But hey, maybe tell me in the comments down below if you'd like to see me talk about the Black Lodge. Anyhow, have a nice day, everyone. Thank you all for watching. Please be excellent to each other and have a nice day. Peace.